Hello. So in earlier video, we understand how we can calculate maxima and minima of from a given function. This is the last topic of mathematics where we understand the importance of differentiation and integration in terms they apply to physics. So let's start with it. It's the calculus part where we just understand differentiation. So it's a part of math and it is very useful to calculate the slope of particular graph. For example, uh, let's understand with some example. As it is physics, I'm making understand in terms of how we admit this type of problem in physics, right? So you have learned this thing in mathematics and how we can utilize in physics. So let's understand differentiation in context that how we'll be applying in the physics problem. So let's understand this thing. A very simple example I want to take is distance and time. So this is the distance and this is the time, and we have some this thing. Okay, this is some graph. This is the graph. This shows that velocity with the increase of time, there was increase in distance. Okay, so at any time, if I want to calculate the velocity, I need to, what is velocity is? Velocity is distance upon time. Sorry, if I'm talking distance, I should write it as speed. Speed is distance upon time, but this speed is average speed. To calculate the instantaneous speed at any point, suppose let's say this, I need to calculate the speed, I need to derivate, and I need to find delta d upon delta t. Okay, so this particular result gives the use where we use differentiation to find the slope over this and calculate the instantaneous velocity. Okay, so this function, suppose if it was x squared in terms of, sorry, t squared dt, then we have got 2t. Similarly, it was any function you have differentiated, we got the instantaneous speed. So differentiation is always utilized to calculate the slope of graph. It is its physical interpretation. It is used to calculate velocity, and also it is used to when we try to calculate the potential from given scalar field, right? When we enter in some magnetics and we understand how this differentiation is used to calculate the potential from potential field, we calculate the this thing. Uh, Potentially we calculate the potential field and this thing by differentiating. So this is another concept, but just to give the feel how differentiation work in physics is like this. Similarly, there are many formula if we have some function how we can find the differential result. So that we must remember so that we can apply to that particular equation and solve the problem. Okay, so let's move on the integral part, integration. It is given by this thing. So what that physically mean in means that suppose we have some graph. Let's understand with the distance time only, velocity time graph, because it's a very famous thing. So there is something called particle is moving with some velocity, and it's move for t time, and we want to calculate the total displacement that is covered by this velocity. Then what we need to do is, and this graph is not very smooth, we take a small area of length y. Suppose, and this is the velocity is y, we take area, and this is very small dt, and we try to add each part in such a way under the limit this and this. When we add up to this, we get the area of this whole thing, and this is what known as t1. Let's say t1, t2, t1, t2, y dt, the displacement. So this is how integration is being used. There are several formula to integrate the function. You just need to go through the some patent formula that are used, okay, that are commonly used in this thing, so that you can utilize it to find the area or work done and anything. Where you need to add the thing, where the things are not means when we are about to add the thing, we need to perform the integration. So it is adding the product to some limit is known as definite integral, and it's very useful in calculating the work done, displacement, and other quantity if you encounter in the coming chapter of physics. Thank you.